Hey everybody, how's it going? Here we are, the final stage of the special event Huayra Royale featuring Pagani's Huayra R. Alright, so as the stage title suggests, we are going to be racing at the new Lime Rock Park for this final stage, and of course up till this point I didn't need to put any gold upgrades on this car and basically net some 70 gold up to this point, plus whatever the victory point rewards gets me, right? So, even if you weren't interested in putting any gold upgrades, I think this was definitely an event worth running at least through first 4 stages. And the first goal of the final stage, which is gonna be basically have to climb up the ranks, kind of run, manage the traffic to make sure you don't crash into slower cars that's kind of littered throughout the circuit, and no off track, but get up to the P5. So yeah, with the upgrades that I have so far, I'm actually able to get through this one, but this is the last goal that I was able to get through without putting any gold upgrades on. So here we go. So we basically have like 1.5 lap or 1.3 lap, I guess, to catch up to P5. I know we're starting in P20, so it seems like really a lot of ranks to climb, but I mean the up till P6, they're all slow traffic. It's kind of, I mean, the main challenge is while carrying a decent amount of speed, not crashing into those slower cars. And here we go. Zoe is who we have to overtake, who is also in the Huayra R. So there we go with, without any gold upgrades so far. At least the first goal of this final stage, certainly doable without too much trouble. Just have to, I guess the challenge being learning the new circuit, right, with a new car. So, and I think I mentioned this earlier in one of the earlier stage playthrough videos in this event. One of the challenges being we're going to go through different circuit layouts. I believe there are 3 different layouts here at Lime Rock Park, and we basically go through all of them. All right, so the car needs servicing, so we'll throw that in for service. While we're at it, we'll slap on some upgrades while we're at it too, and yeah, then we'll have to watch a few ads to get through. So on my other account, I ended up spending 270 gold to be able to get through this final stage without skipping any goals, right? So generally it's better to not skip, although like sometimes it might be cheaper for the moment to skip some of the goals, but upgrades, they stay on the car, which means later on you're able to go further in your bonus series that this car's featured in as well. You know what I mean? So anyway, we'll return to Gold 2 once those service and upgrades are done. And now that upgrades and service is done, so now I'm sporting 15 upgrades total. So I ended up putting gold upgrades on, let's see, body, exhaust, brakes, and tires and wheels. Basically, those are the 4 cheapest categories. And I was hoping to see if I could get by with less upgrades, but I just did not want to spend too much time on this event. I want to win the car, be done with it. I mean, as is the the round 5 of the season 2 is already expired. But of course, if you already started these events, it will continue to run until the event timer runs out on its own, right? So still have some time to complete this remainder of the events. So I figure, you know what, let's just get extra upgrades on, and then you know, make it less stressful. And yeah, with the 15 upgrades, the bots slowed down significantly. Like here, we're already taking over P3, which is what we needed to do in this challenge before we even head into the final corner there. So just like that. Yeah, so that way we don't have to stress over. You know, and for me, it was like I tried it with, you know, like essentially taking away one of the upgrades. You know, basically try without the extra body upgrade. Bots are still getting away from me. Try it with the missing exhaust upgrade, which is usually one that gives us best return for the investment. But anyway, so yeah, with the one gold upgrade lacking, bots are a bit more competitive. But once you have these set up upgrades, basically 4 categories worth of gold upgrades, 4 cheapest ones, yeah, bots begin to behave a lot, let's just say, reasonable. They're not taking off without you, you know? So I was like, you know what? That's fine by me. We can, you know, I just want to get this done and over with, right? So, all right. And we got a couple of our crew friends in game, right? That's been removed. So we're moving on to the next round. And let's see, the last one was the road course layout. And then the first one was also the road course layout. So we got the same layout for first 2, but then this one, the goal 3, where we have to tailgate. So tailgate Ahmed for 3 seconds, and as soon as you do your tailgating, the goal is over. And this one is not as difficult as the second goal. Maybe it's because we got used to the circuit already, but you know, this is a South Circuit layout, so of course South Circuit layout has this chicane early, right, which I crashed into many a time. But the thing to, I guess, keep in mind is that you know, everybody has to slow down, not just us, right, in order to get past that chicane. So you know, don't feel bad about slowing down. You kind of have to. I mean, you want to get through as quickly as possible, but at the same time, you know, you do have to slow down, and you have to slow down pretty early. So braking already super early, so I can make the as direct line cut as I could possibly make it. So that way, I don't, you know, get off the gas as I'm going through the chicane, not just entering the chicane, right? So that way, when you're exiting, you have, you know, a bit of speed behind you, right? So anyway, so that way we're in lap 2 now. So the lap 2, the goal here is to catch up to Ahmed once again. There we go. Nice cut through the pretty sharp chicane there. And then in lap 3, we should be able to complete our goal, basically doing the 3 seconds of tailgating. Right. Not drafting, just tailgating. So we just need to get close in, right? And of course, approaching this chicane, Ahmed is going to slow down, which allow us time to catch up. And there we go. A little bit of contact, but we're both moving in the at least same direction, and we're both slowing down. So good enough. Not having you know, significant enough of an impact to cause damage, because it was, once again, no damage goal. So yeah, all right, so pretty fast circuit, pretty short circuit. I think this, let's see, it's like about the length of maybe like a Brands Hatch, you know what I mean? The indie circuit, right? The one that's available in the game. So anyway, that's good enough for the goal 3. So now, moving on to the next goal, the penultimate goal. And let's see, I guess we do get explanation for what's happened with Zoe and Chip at Le Mans in stage 3. Yeah, what do you know? Sometimes you have to read the script of the story to figure out exactly what happens in this events. But I don't know. This event, both this one and the track day event, I feel like they get a little carried away. I think they got a little too carried away with this dialogue in this game. I mean, I don't know how many of you guys actually read through this dialogues. Some of them are pretty funny. Some of them are, you know, kind of cringy. You know, they try a little too hard. But I mean, this one I think is a bit too much. I mean, I like a little bit of storyline, but this one just a little over the top. So maybe they need to kind of, you know, rein it in a little bit. Anyway, moving on to the next goal. All right, so this one, we have to hit the top speed 3 times, the target of 330 kph, and only place that you can hit it, at least with the upgrades that I have, is down the main drag. So you gotta make sure you hit it in the outlap, because you only have, you know, 2 more instances, right? Because we only have 2 laps plus the outlap. So, speaking of the different track layout, this is the West Circuit layout. So this one has the bus stops. So it's the one that has a pretty sharp chicane on the outer edge, and then we pretty much have to go flat out. And we're gonna be pushing all the way past. And as soon, I'm keeping my eyes on the speedometer. So as soon as I hit that 330, I am jumping back on hopping on that brakes, because I feel like we're cutting it pretty close to the end of the braking zone, right? Because we cannot go off track once again on this in this race, and since we have to finish at least second, we cannot go backwards and do the redo runs, right? So they got this figured out. So they won't let us do some of those more clever tactics that we managed to pull off in the past. So we still have to keep the car moving in the right direction, right? So no going backwards on this one. And but anyway, so overtake Eric. Make sure you slow down early enough for the chicane, and then we're gonna get a little push from Eric, which is appreciated in this case, since we'll hit the target speed just that much quicker. And then oh, I guess that was the last lap, wasn't it? So we already did what we needed to do. We just needed to complete the race there in P2. Yeah, after a while running through these events, like, you know, like going in circles, right? Like, did we do that lap? Yeah, we did. So anyway, so at this point we've gone through all 3 track layouts here pretty intensely, I feel like, because you know, none of these goals were super easy. Maybe first one pretty easily doable, but you know, yeah, once you slap on the upgrades, I guess they do get easier. But learning the track, I did have to go through, you know, some of these events, because you know, I'm trying to still figure out like where should I be braking for each of those chicanes, right? Whether it's the West Circuit or the South Circuit, and like I don't know where I'm supposed to brake. So at least it took me a couple of reruns. But anyway, that takes us to the one final goal of the event, which will resume once the service is done. So all right, so with the service done now, some 6 ads to watch, right? And here we are, final goal, just like that. We gotta win, and we gotta also hit the, I guess, average speed target of 252 kph or 156.6 miles per hour, I think is the number that they said. And it says no off track, but I mean, obviously it's not really gonna help you. But you know, I did go off track a few times in this final run, and they did not immediately disqualify me. So you know, they're a little bit loose on this final goal, which by the way is happening back in the road course, the fastest track layout where we don't have any of those sharp chicanes in the circuit. So alright, and of course we gotta win this final race. So the first and it's a longer race as well, it's a 5-lap race, so we just have to try to keep it as clean as possible. Yeah, a little off track here and there, you know, probably is costing me a bit of time, but so it's certainly not the cleanest race, but just want you guys to see that yeah, that's a lot of off track time that I'm doing in this final goal. And even though the goal description did say no off track allowed, but well, as you can see, apparently I guess track marshals has gone for a break or something, you know, gone for a nap, went for lunch, I don't know. They're not here, nobody's watching. Shh. So all right, so this one I guess we're chasing down Eric for the win. So in I guess we're already in 4th lap. Yeah, I mean, this is what I mean, the short circuit, the lap counts go up pretty quickly. And alright, a little bit of slipping, but for the most part I think you know, we're doing better towards the later part of this. There you go, see? Didn't go off track this time around. Didn't fly off. Was skidding a bit more, but at least I'm keeping those wheels on the tarmac. Don't crash, because I don't think you're allowed to crash either. Although, you know, they seem to not care about the off track, but I don't want to find out at this point. I have. There we go. And not in the final lap, right? So there we go. Final goal complete. Yeah, not the cleanest final race, but you know what? Win is a win. I'll take it. At least at this point, I'm so tired of driving this car. All right. So even though it was 5-lap race, the payout, pretty short circuit, so not paying out a whole lot. I mean, to be fair, it only took like 3 minutes and change, right? So, but look at that, it did take out all the service bars. All right, well, at least we're done. So we can throw the car in for service. And here's the final upgrade tree, just to review what took me to get through and complete this event without skipping. So there we go, stage 5 complete, and we get to pick up the final set of rewards, which includes the car itself, which is worth 950 gold, 2000 victory points, remaining 30 gold to add up to the total of 100 gold rewards from the event itself. Of course, I spent 270 of that to upgrade this car, so net cost for me was 170 gold to win a car that's worth 950 gold. So I say that's not a bad deal. So I'm okay with that. And of course, along the way, with the total of 6,500 victory points, of course I did score some extra gold there as well, so just further decreasing the net cost of the ownership of this car through this event. And of course, once you win the car, you can take the car out for a spin in the bonus series the car's featured in, Pagani Parade, which you can find under the Season 2 Road Collection, right? And the total rewards available there is 78 gold, but and this is the only car that can meet the PR requirement, 97.2. But in order to get there, you would have to spend another like 600 gold to get there. So I'm not ready to spend that much on this car quite yet. I am content at the moment for just winning the car. So that's fine. And with the other cars featured in that bonus series, Pagani Parade, which are Zonda R and Huayra BC, with the other two cars, I maxed out, so I should be able to get 75% completion on that one, which means there's another some 40 gold or so available for me to pick up. So anyway, that is the end of the special event, Huayra Royale. There we go. And as you can see, the round has ended a while ago, but as long as you have the event open, you can do it. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care.